Today, we are going to learn about the invertebrates, which are in the kingdom Animalia. The kingdom Animalia is a classification of animals. Animals can be classified based on the presence of backbone, that is, invertebrates and vertebrates. Within this broad classification, many animals are similar to each other, while others are quite different. In other words, animals can be classified based on their similarities in structure and cellular level. In the animal world, the word phylum is used in classification based on structure. We have the phylum Porifera, these are the sponge. We have the phylum Coelenterata, which is the jellyfish. We have the phylum Platyhelminthes, these are the flatworms. We also have the phylum Nematoda, these are the roundworms. We have the phylum Annelida, which are the earthworms. And we have the phylum Mollusca, which are the animals with shells. These are example is the snail. We have the phylum Echinodermata, which are the starfish. And we have the phylum Arthropoda, these are the insects. And finally the phylum Chordata, which are the animals with backbone known as the vertebrates. This chart shows the classification based on cell organization. The first level is the cell level of organization. Here we have the sponges in the phylum Porifera. The next level is the tissue level of organization, and in this level we have the jellyfish in the phylum Coelenterata. The next level is the organ level of organization, and here we have the platyhelminthes, that is the flatworms. We have also the nematoda, the roundworms, and we have the animals that have shells, which are in the group mollusca. Example is the snail. And finally, in this level of organization, we have the starfish, which is in the phylum Echinodermata. And the last level, which is the segmented animal, here we have the earthworms in the phylum Annelida. And then in the phylum Arthropoda, we have the crab and also the insects. And then in the finally we have the chordata, that is the vertebrates in the phylum chordata. The phylum Porifera. The picture shows an example of a sponge. A sponge is a hollow tube with many pores or openings. Most sponges are found in oceans. However, some groups are found in fresh waters, such as lakes. This picture shows colonies of sponges. Their cells are not so advanced as to form tissues, but are radial symmetry. Sponges live singly or in colonies as shown in the picture. They give off poisonous substances which is used to fight off enemies and poison them. However, some of the substances given off are used by humans as medicines. Their skeleton, which is made up of lime, is used by man for sponges as well. Sponges form a symbiotic association with algae, making some sponges appear green, thereby giving it a camouflage effect from predators. Also, the algae provides oxygen for the sponge, and in return, the sponge provides carbon dioxide for the algae. The water that flows through the pores contains food and oxygen the sponge needs for feeding and respiration. Carbon dioxide and other waste is removed as the water moves in and out through the pores. Sponges do not have nervous system and sex organs, thereby making them have very low-level reaction to the world around them. Reproduction in sponges is by body and also sexually. Sponges have a range of colors that includes white, red, orange, green, yellow, brown, purple, and even black.
Look at this! This is incredible. Now we've gone through that area where the corals are, through a quite bland, rocky area, and now we're in the wonderful world of the sponges. Look at them! We're at about 300 feet now. And the reason you get this belt of them down here is they're not dependent on sunlight in the same way that those corals are. So here they have no competition, they can just flourish. They become these incredible shapes because what they're trying to do is stick themselves out from the rock as far as they can into the current to grab their food. Now what they eat is called marine snow. It's basically kind of dead bodies and poo, I'm afraid to inform you.